Welcome to the Advise Show, media with the common sense approach. So there's a young man by the name of Jamaal Gaines. A person told me in the comments section, Philip, you need to look at this. This don't make a bit of sense. So we looked into this. This young man had a sneaker store. He built this sneaker store on his own. He came from nothing. He wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. And what ended up happening to this young brother is the savages end up killing this young man at his business. We're going to roll the clip.
The Union County Prosecutor's Office says they are still investigating the shooting, and as of now, they have no motive. If you look outside this shoe store here, you see the memorial that's been set up. This was the store owned by Jamaal Gaines. The 21-year-old, known to his friends as Molly, opened the East Coast boutique sneaker store when he was just 18 years old. Last night, more than 100 people held a vigil outside the store. Gaines was shot inside the store on Irving Street in Rahway Friday night. What people don't understand is why. They describe him as such a loving and a caring person, someone who is so well loved throughout the community and by his family.
I still can't believe it. That's my heart. That's my only grandson. I'm proud of him and his sister. He's always made me proud.
This story is very upsetting to me. Very, very upsetting. It's upsetting because this is something that we promote here all the time, to do for yourself, create businesses. Hopefully you can provide jobs to other people who possibly need it. But the savages went to target this young man because in the mind of the savage that's running around, shoes are more important than life. You will see them line up like herds of cattle to get shoes. Now, some people, it's a hustle for them, and I get it. They buy the shoes, they sell them online for $1,000. Good little hustle. But a lot of them is not on that hustle. They just want it because this shoe going to make me look good. This shoe going to be the crown jewel of my day when I walk around with these shoes that Nike keeps recycling. That is the crazy part about it. Half of these people haven't seen Michael Jordan play unless they looked at some YouTube clips. But yet they buying the shoes more now than ever. But it is a good business if you're into that. And this young man wanted to tap into that. He was doing exactly what them folks would be doing. And when this young man has done this, you go and kill him. One of the most dangerous things that we have to deal with as black men, unfortunately, is other black men. And I'm gonna tell you something. I agree with this, and I repeat this all day long. Minister Farrakhan said we fighting a war on two fronts. We fighting a war within our community and on outside. And a lot of times, the ones within will get you a lot faster than the Donald Trump supporters will. Let's call it what it is. When you are a black man and you're doing good for yourself, a lot of black men, savages or not, let's call it what it is today. Let's be honest. They get jealous of you real quick. Brothers, you know what I'm talking about. Real jealous of you. Jealous that now all of a sudden you got a little bit of money in your pocket. Jealous because you can get a woman that they can't. And they want to take your life. They want to take your money, take your job, take your business, whatever you have. Other black men who are highly jealous minded is a lot of times our problem. And don't come to me telling me that what you're saying is stuff in front of them white folks for. You think I'm thinking about any white folks at this moment? Because white folks don't have nothing to do with that killing. So don't even bring them up into the conversation, please. Then some of you would say, because you are sympathizers with those savages, well, he cooning for them white people. They're cutting him checks. I can promise you white folks ain't cutting me a check. No, the problem is you don't like when somebody, a black man, get on you about the things that you do. You sympathize with those savages, and you're just as guilty as those who do these actions. Because a few videos ago, I'm calling out the black phobics. So I call out everybody. That's one thing about me. I'm fair. I'm right down the middle. I'm calling out everybody. Nobody gets a pass from me if you are wrong. This stuff angers me because as black men, you see why when we do good for ourselves, we leave. We don't look back. We don't want to be around you. Not to say we can't help out. No. Not to say we can't bring other people with us. No. But it's like you can't establish businesses who are in high demand like sneakers because you have these savages that want to come rob and kill you. This boy came up from nothing, on top of being a young black man and all the obstacles you got to deal with that. He still created a business in spite of all the obstacles. The young man wasn't causing crime. He wasn't doing things to other people. He was just trying to work an honest living. And you see why I have a hatred of you savages in the black community. You see why I don't have a problem when they come lock you up. You see why I don't have a problem with people like Captain Clay Higgins, even though now, because he came out against the savages, the ACLU came out against him because, you know, a lot of liberals want us to stay in our condition. They don't want us to get ahead, but that is a different video in itself. Now that man had to resign, possibly trying to fix stuff within their community in that area. But all of a sudden, you know, I'm cooning because I'm saying that. I will be your coon all day long as long as I'm talking about defending innocent people. So I guess I'm a coon speaking about this young man right now, right? I'm a coon for that. I'm calling it what it is, because that's a mentality of a lot of you. That's why I promote a great separation of the decent black people away from you. If you want to sympathize with them hyenas, you want to sympathize with them thugs, fine, stay with them. We, the good and decent black men and black women, need to get together and get away from you, buy us some land and start new communities, and y'all can have it. Y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. That's what I promote. That's what we need to do. Build us some farms, do all kind of other stuff, rebuild Black Wall Street, our own stuff, our own community. We're not begging from nobody. We should do that. We can do that. And that's what I promote. I'm not trying to save you. Even the Bible say not all going to be saved. So I'm not trying to save you. I'm trying to focus on the people who want to do stuff, because killing young men like this is why we don't have black owned sneaker companies who can compete with Nike and Adidas and all them other ones. Shoot, you kill a young man off before he can even do something with himself. And this stuff is sad and it's very, very upsetting. So don't criticize black people when they have to leave. We can't live around you who coddle these savages, because one of us will get killed if we go work hard and buy a new car or a new home or do some improvements to our home, or we have a business. Just like that other brother that we talked about right here in Houston, the Fifth Ward. You kill that elderly brother who had his McDonald's. Savages. It wasn't the Trump supporters. It wasn't the Klan. It wasn't even the police. It was black savages who did this. Call me whatever you want. I can care less, because you know what? I'm going to keep speaking out against these savages, because they're taking out the best and brightest within our community. The best and brightest of people who could provide jobs, who can be an inspiration to other people who are in poor conditions. I will speak up for them at any given time. I don't care if you don't like me. I was never a popular guy in school anyway. I'm used to being by myself. I'm great at being alone. I don't have to talk to nobody. So I'm the right one to talk about you and talk against you. They make me sick. And any person that sit up there and want to say that we shouldn't talk about these things, other groups, I don't care less what other groups talk about. That's their business. They can solve things on their own how they feel like it. But when it comes to us, we're a different group of people, and it has to be put in our face. We can't keep coddling these savages. We can't keep giving excuses for them. We can't keep blaming they're poor, blaming they didn't have a father around. There's a lot of people are poor. There's a lot of people that have a father around. They're not out there doing this stuff. No, it's the choices they're making, and they have to be responsible for these choices. It is sad, and this is another great brother that we lost within our community. And for what? For what? Some people ain't about worth the air they breathe. Make sure you support us and join us on Patreon. Consider supporting us monthly. Hit me up in the comments, use your commentaries, subscribe.